Covering all things Lego, from Minneapolis to Fiverton and Lego cities beyond, it's breaking news.
What is up, there Lego fans, and welcome back to another serious episode of Breaking News, where we share news about Lego bricks, among other things. Well, maybe a little bit. But anyway, no. We can't say anyway, we say anyway too much. Irregardless of any of that, if you love Lego, and you're old enough to have stripped the holes off of your printer paper, then this is probably a good show for you to be watching.
I remember that.
The struggle was real with that. It was always about, like, there was a process.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was like a...
Oh, yeah. And that ribbon, if you had to change that.
Yeah. But when it came out, you're like, okay, this is my report for school. First of all, it was an amazing technology. It's like, this is amazing, wow. And then you're like, okay, you have to fold it back and forth several times, because if you are tearing it off and then it ripped into
into your report.
Yeah,
you're done.
game over. Yeah, those are good days, good times. Early 90s printers, baby.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. All right, what are we doing here,
Shall
man?
we start with the food segment,
yeah,
Alex?
because
We're going to start with food because I surprised him today.
It's a drink that has,
So this is something that's gone viral.
Sonic,
Evidently, my daughter told me about
it's gone viral. Sonic has gone viral.
So this is something, I mean, because we're pretty hip and up to date.
We're so hip.
We're hip and with it.
We're hipsters.
So, do you like Dr. Pepper?
I love DP.
Okay.
DP peeps.
How do you feel about pickles?
Whoa, pump the brakes there, my man.
This is a pickled Dr. Pepper.
A pickled.
Look what's in there.
No.
It's a real thing. I felt so stupid going and asking, do you have a pickled Dr. Pepper? And they said, yes. I'm like, okay. And then I asked the guy, I said, do you sell a lot of these? He's like, oh yeah, we sell a ton.
You got it.
I don't know if it's any good.
There are pickles. It's Dr. Pepper with pickles in it. Now, I like
They're
pickles.
dill pickles.
All right, I like pickles. Are they sweet pickles?
They're dill pickles.
What's the deal with that?
Ah.
Here in Utah, we can't say the E. We always say I. So people go to jail. We say, I heard he went to jail. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we also don't say T's. Or well, I do, because I didn't grow up here. Yeah.
What's the deal with that?
Like, we don't have mountains here. We have mountains.
Mountains, yeah.
And there's a town up north, Layton.
Layton.
All right, should we give it a go? Do you think it's going to be good? I hope.
You win.
Got a big one.
Look at the size of that's like a 2-gallon drum, man.
I think I smell a little pickle in it.
Bottoms up, baby.
It's weird. It's not bad, it's weird. Well, you guzzled a lot. It's bizarre.
It tastes like pickle juice. Who is drinking this? Kids or adults?
I think a couple of old guys are drinking it tonight. I don't know. Anyway.
I mean, I want to say it's good, but that.
But would you say it's bad?
I
I
don't know.
could say it's bad. That's
I
the
don't
thing.
think it's bad, but it's just different.
Yeah. There's like just kind of a weird pickly undertone to it to me. I don't know.
But the thing is, okay, if you hate pickles, this is going to be awful.
Yes.
But I like pickles.
And if you hate Dr. Pepper, you won't like it.
Yeah, but I like pickles. I like Dr. Pepper. Together, that is interesting.
Okay, anyway,
But
there you go.
Here's what I'm going to say, though, next. I don't think I'm going to special order this anytime soon. I'll drink it, but I'm not going to like, hey, can you put some pickles in that? I'm like, they got to be, hold on, you got these at Sonic. Do they have these at convenience stores, too?
I think it's a Sonic thing. I don't know.
It's a Sonic thing.
That's
okay, so I burped
because I guess it started
I burped
in
up some pickle taste.
The first video I think was a gal in Mississippi that posted it, and then I saw a guy. The first video I saw, he was like, "I guess this is a thing," and he went and ordered, and he's like, "I feel so stupid asking this." He's like, "Do you have a pickled Dr. Pepper?" Yes, we do. Like, oh my gosh.
It's gonna sound
You
weird.
can't order it on the app though, because you can't add pickles to a drink.
Extra pickles. Light ice, extra pickle. There you go,
Anyway,
guys.
there
This
you go.
episode of Breaking News is brought to you by Sonic's Pickle Juice. Pick it up today.
Pickled Dr. Pepper.
Dr.
Dr.
Pickle
Pickled.
Pepper. Yeah, plus, say that 10 times fast.
Peter piped a
Peter
Dr. Pepper pickle.
Pickle Pepper. Blah.
Pickled Dr Pepper.
Let's move along.
Okay,
Let's move along with the news.
All right. So do we have news to discuss?
We have so much news. We got to talk about some Lego sets that were recently announced.
Oh, we want to talk about those?
Let's talk about the one that really irks me a little bit. So, let's talk. Oh,
I know something that irks you. Speaking of this,
Excellent.
we're gonna take a timeout and a detour, and we're gonna talk about the Lego delivery truck.
oh yeah, that's right.
Because we haven't
The Lego
recorded
delivery
since then.
truck. Yeah, that's
So,
right.
The Lego delivery truck. I saw it about a month ago here at Alex's house,
Just hanging out. Yeah.
and the embargo. Like you could show the reveal out of the box,
I did the
but you
reveal.
couldn't do the
I
review
couldn't do any
until
review.
the day before.
May 31st.
Absolutely ridiculous.
The
and
day
there's
before.
pictures all over the internet.
Yeah.
So a week before, so it came out Saturday, June 1st. Mm-hmm. So it was a week before, so it was the Saturday before Memorial Day, excuse me. I just get those mixed up. So it was the Saturday before. I saw that they had it at the Costco near us.
Yep.
I went down, I picked it up, they had a whole thing of them.
There it was.
Not only did they have it, it was $75 instead of $100.
What?
So, my wife, she was very concerned. She's like, you need to talk to Alex and make sure.
She's so nice. Tommy, you're so nice.
And I was like, no, he won't care. But then I was like, yeah, I should say something to him. You okay?
Which I appreciate. No, it's just.
Yeah.
I like the DP, but the pickle man. I'm adapting to it
You'll get
still.
there.
All right.
Anyway, so I called him and I said, hey, I sent you a picture, I think, of me holding
Yeah.
it.
Hey.
I think I texted you and I called you right away. I said, hey, I have something. Look at your phone. And he's like, hey, where'd you get this?
You know what though? When I heard what you said, I wasn't shocked. I was like,
Yeah.
all right.
So occasionally I've seen some sets at Costco early, like the Boba Fett's Palace.
Oh yeah.
That one they had a while ago. Anyways,
Yep.
regardless, I mean.
Yeah, that's right. Get
So
your
I
words
said, hey,
right.
are you okay? And I could tell he was really upset, but didn't want to be a jerk.
But here's what I got to say about that.
But at
really
the end,
quick.
the one thing you said, I'll say this and then you can say.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
You said, you know what? I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at Lego.
Yeah.
And
or
that's
the
what
retailer.
I told Todd. I said he would be.
Yeah.
You know.
Like they put it out too early.
So what
man.
do you think about that? Because I think it was awesome because
fine.
I had one of the first reviews. And
It's fine.
Like
yeah. And
one
you
of
know
my
what?
best viewed videos ever.
But I will
It's
say
by
this.
ViewCam.
There's nothing stopping me from going down there and buying it and doing a review on it. I could do that.
What if
They've
they
said that
did
we could
that?
do that. I was like, if I said, I just went down to Costco and I bought this with my own money, let's take a look at this. There's nothing the land can do about that. And they said, like, yeah, if you go down there and it's not our review set, you can do whatever you want if it's available, if it's on store shelves, you know. But I wasn't going to drive around. I was like, well, I already did my review. It was already done.
Yeah, you were
I just
recording
was-
yours that day.
It was
you
just,
said.
yeah, that's right. It's like, all right, well, I'm not going to do two. So, but yeah, no, but irregardless of that, I mean, my review's actually done pretty well. It's still a popular set, but I was glad for you. I was happy for you because you got not only a great deal, but you got it early and it did well on your channel, which is awesome.
Because I've been doing the weekly reviews and I've tried not to do a lot of new sets because most of the new sets I don't think people are going to watch. Like if I got, say, the Bar Endure, no one would have watched my video. I mean, some of you would watch because, and I appreciate that. I don't want to discount that. But people aren't going to be clamoring to see my review over the 8,000 other videos on it out there.
Right.
That's why the only newer sets I generally have been doing them on are small sets that, aren't getting any sort of traction.
Yeah.
Like when I did that little carousel ride.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
I've never seen anyone out there. And so I went to the Lego store. I did go on the release day. I don't do that.
Oh yeah.
I went Saturday.
Mistake.
Well, I actually went to 2 Lego stores.
Oh, did you now?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I went to the local one
All right.
in the Fashion Place Mall because I sent you a text, I think, about it.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, oh, it's like 30 minutes early. We were driving up north to go see my daughter. She did this 70-mile bike race. So I'm like, we'll stop early at the Lego store. And I went, and the line, so our Lego store, there's a hallway right next to it.
Yeah.
And
It's a secret entrance. Secret, not so secret. Yeah.
So the line went all the way down the hallway, and it is a long hallway.
It's a very long hallway.
I mean, how long would you say that sucker is?
I'd say 50 to 60 yards. Would you think it's that big?
Probably. It's very long. So it went all the way down, just lined with people. Lots of people in chairs. So they'd clearly been there a while.
Been there a while, yeah.
But I'd never seen this. It went all the way out the back door and outside the building.
They went out the building? Because they usually just wrap it right back up.
No, it went back out the building, and because I went and looked out,
No
I'm like,
kidding.
there's a long line outside, let alone in. I said, I'm not waiting for any of this.
Wow. And they'll only do 20 or so people at a time because they don't. Do they still limit it? They still limit it, like
Yeah.
on the big release.
Yep.
They're like, but you know what's ridiculous about that is that you go there any given day, and let's say it's kind of crowded. You're like, well, there's a lot of people in here. I mean, it's crowded. But on opening days like that, they'll like, nope, it's like they're like a bouncer.
Yeah.
All right, you can go in. Are you with them?
Well, it's
Right.
funny you say that because me and my wife, we looked. I'm like, I'm not waiting in this line.
Yeah.
Because they have one thing on the pick-a-brick wall I wanted. Just take a drink. So we went and we're driving north, and I said, why don't we stop at the other store? Because there's the other store up, 30 minutes north of there in Farmington. So I stopped. The line wasn't as long. It was still a long line.
Yeah, but you got there after it was open.
They were already open. And there was one particular set I wanted. I'm like, I'll get this on release day. I don't think there'll be a lot of reviews on it. Anyways, so I waited. They did have the Lord of the Rings set. They had the gift with purchase still. And I didn't buy that. I bought the Disney mini castle, the new one.
Oh yeah,
I wanted that one. I'm like, you know what? I don't know that there's been many reviews on it. I don't know that there has been. I do know not a ton of people are interested, and that's okay.
Well,
But I
that's
wanted it, so I'm like, I'll just do
boo
it.
on the line, but yay on your purchase.
You're revealing the new segment early.
I'm sorry, I just looking at this and I can't help it. There's so many opportunities to raise
We
this
have a
thing
new
up.
segment coming up. We're going to try.
It's gonna be
Every time I say to Alex, I have something new, he makes that face. Like thumbs down, like you just drank pickled pepper.
Gosh, I mean, I love the Dr Pepper, but the pickles it's just not right. It's not natural.
That boy ain't right.
That boy ain't right.
That boy ain't right.
Speaking of the Barad-dûr,
Baradur,
so the Fel Beast.
the Fel Beast.
Have you seen this gift with
I've
purchase?
seen the Fel Beast. I was not that
I'm
impressed.
not that big a deal to me. It's evidently selling between $150 and $200 online. That is crazy. And I have a
That's
friend.
nuts, man.
He wanted to get a copy, but
A
someone,
Baradur fell.
well,
the
they
Fel
wanted the
Beast.
Fel Beast, and someone told him that it came out on June 4th.
Oh,
And so he
no.
messages me on the 4th. He's like, if I'm buying this, won't it be in the cart? I'm like, yeah. Well, where's the thing? I'm like, dude, it's been sold out for 3 days.
You know, it's funny because like, it's a Utah thing. It's a Fel Beast, an epic fail, not an epic fail.
That was an epic fail. That is true. Okay, we can go back to the new sets.
Yes.
So that people don't complain we don't talk about news here.
Yes, we're talking about. This is not fake
But
news.
even though it's still late news.
It's
Not
we're
as
always
bad as
late.
the A-Fools, but still late. All right, so what do we have here? Okay, so tomorrow, as of recording tomorrow, so should we act like we've already gone through this? What did you buy on the Bricklink release program on the 6th, Alex?
Oh, I bought.
That was not tomorrow, it was 4 days ago or
Yes,
whatever.
well, it was a great day, and I was able to successfully pick up
Ominous
the
Isle.
Ominous Isle. Yes,
You got express shipping.
yes. No, I got Brick Cross Station.
That's the one?
Yes, that's the one, and that's it. Now I will say, because I have to speak in past tense here to make this sound so believable. I will say, Jason, I was thinking, I was on the fence, I was on the rails, on the train set.
Oh, the
but
one with
ultimately,
the lattice.
the lattice, whatever
Trellis.
the trellis bridge
Yeah.
set. But I could only afford. I can't even afford Brick Cross Station.
Well, did you decide, you know what? I have 2 other Bricklink sets that I haven't even paid for yet.
Dude, you
so
are
I don't
not
know if I
kidding.
should work because
When
I'm
that-
thinking that I'm like,
When that's any I think that's a month or so away. No, probably 2 months away is when that's going to be
they're saying
sent out.
July.
Yeah. So okay.
Oh.
So it could be on the credit card
Anytime
next
within
month.
1 to 2 months, I would say.
But you know what though? I mean, I got an email from them. Gosh, it's probably like 3 or 4 weeks ago at this point.
Yeah.
But it said, "Hey, make
sure your card's in
your
there."
card is up to
Yep, I
date.
got
Your
that
address
one.
is up to date. So we're good to go on this." But you know, this is kicked up. Not I won't say a lot of controversy, but there's a lot of strong feelings about this program where people they don't like it because of the very limited run and the fact that you blink and you miss it.
But
right?
see, I saw those comments. I know what you're talking about on your recent review. But I don't agree with them because when it was 10,000 or whatever the lowest number was 10,000 the lowest, or was it even lower than that?
I think it was actually 5,000.
So it was 5 or 10. And those were sold out like in 5 minutes. I could see people complaining about that. But if you look at this last round, I mean, heck, there's 2 of them you could have bought up until the end of it.
Yeah, true.
Now, whether you want it or not, that's a different thing. But even the most desired one, the castle, that was on there for at least 3 hours.
Yeah, it went a while.
And so and it's not like it was 3 hours in the middle of the night. Like it went on sale at midnight till 3 a.m. It was, on the West Coast, it was what, 8 a.m. to 11. Mm-hmm. On the East Coast, you're talking, 11 a.m. to 2. So I don't have an issue with it.
No, I like the program. It's great.
And really everything is limited, just whatever they make.
Yep. What about you? What did you pick up?
I did pick up the train station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that going to go in the city?
It's going to go with the other ones underneath the city, probably because I have nowhere to put it.
This is one of those moments where Brickcross Station is going to end up retiring one of my other train stations.
Is that what's going to happen?
Yeah, it's inevitable. Yeah, I had a lot of visitors over the weekend, and I was talking about the city, and I was like, yeah, unfortunately, when I get new sets in here, I try my best to fit them in if I like them, but ultimately some of them have to kick the bucket. Well, not kick the bucket, and I showed them like the row underneath of all those old 90s sets, and like, oh, okay. So, yeah, that was so cute. One of the visitors, she's this cutest little girl. She goes to my church, and she comes over with her dad. And it was after we're kind of visiting, and the mom was like, "There he is. Go talk to him. Go ask him." And I could, you can tell like a kid wants to ask you.
Oh, this is at church.
This is at church,
okay.
Yeah. And she's incredibly nervous. She's like super shy, super shy. This cutest little girl. My gosh, you guys, she's so cute.
How old is she again?
She had to be like 3, 2 or 3.
Oh, so little
girl, little girl. But she loves Lego. Maybe I don't know. I'm terrible with ages, but she comes over with her dad, and she's just like. Do you like Lego? And I was like, I sure do. I'm like into it. Like, I love Lego. Do you love Lego? Because I have a lot of Lego at my house. She's like, and she's just like clutching her dad. Like this death grip. She's like, and he's like, oh my gosh, her hands are so sweaty. I'm like, and she wants to ask, can I come see your Lego? I was like, maybe we could have you come over and look at my Lego collection and check out the city. What do you think? Would you like that? She's like, let's do it. She came over that afternoon, and she was just loving it, and I bring up the story because she loves the interaction with sets, but I had the rule of don't touch, but I was like, man, she just loves this stuff. So I was letting her like flip the switches for the rights and things like that, and we were ended up playing with the Lion Knight's castle. A lot because she loves drawbridges. I was like, oh, you love drawbridges? Well, then come over here. So I opened it up. It's the first time I've opened up the inside of Lion Knight's castle since I built the darn thing. And
so did you have to remember?
Yes, I was like, how does this thing come apart? I was like looking at, okay, that's the hinge, but I know this thing comes apart in 2 sections.
When people come to my house and they're like, does the Millennium Falcon have an interior? Because it's
like,
when you come in the door, and I'm like,
yes.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Oh, no, not that one.
Yeah.
Like, how does that go back on? I don't know.
But man, she just loved the drawbridge because there's 3 knobs. There's 3 things. There's 2 doors and then the drawbridge, and she was just having a great time with that. Wow. But anyway, it was just like, I don't know, it's just fun. It's just the cutest thing. I love it when little kids, I love seeing their eyes just light up and have fun with playing with Lego, because that's something that is my dream. Like, not just to have the Lego, but to be able to see something like I have now at that age would have been just unreal. So I guess I'm happy to share that, it's fun. I don't know what my whole point was. It was cute. That's all it was. That was one of my more favorite visits. It was cute. Not the teenage boys. Those are always stressful. Those are stressful on me, guys. Before we get off of the Bricklink Designer Program,
yes.
Series 5, did you vote? Yeah, have you seen those designs yet?
Yes, I have gone through it. I'm trying to remember, but yeah.
So I want to just say one thing. Well, not one thing. You know how I am, guys. So there's over 300 designs, just over 300, yeah. Right? And I'm going through this thinking, I'm excited because I know now, because like the top 50 are going to go based off the fan vote. We're going to get there. So I'm like, okay, going through these, and my goodness, I think the people submitting the designs have caught on to what we want. I think the first halfway through the vote, I was going through all the pages. I was like, there are a lot of medieval castle themed sets in here, but it wasn't all just like castle. There's a lot of castle, but there's a lot of like miscellaneous, like a tavern or a farm or a mill. There's a lot of, it was pretty versatile, which was cool. But at the same time, I want to say maybe 35 to 40% of them, maybe that's not fair, I don't know, I'm just guessing here, guys, shooting from the hip, were medieval themed. And I found myself going, this is too many. I think there was like 5, maybe 6 designs that were Wolfpack.
Yeah.
Which I voted for 3 of them. Because at first I was, oh yeah, I want that. I'm like, okay, there's a lot of Wolfpack.
Well, speaking of that, so we got an email from Kim Plata, brick artisan.
Right,
So he said, I have good news. I entered the Bricklink Designer Program, Series 5, a few weeks ago.
Yes.
So you remember, I think we reviewed his birch bank.
Yeah.
The curved modular.
The amazing curve,
right?
yes.
And it had that bank, and I really liked the vault in there. But he went through and he said, essentially, the rules won't allow you to submit something that's already been there. So like a modular bank or something like that, you can't do. So he had to alter it.
Wait, he altered it from the design that he shared with us on Community?
A little bit, yeah.
No kidding.
In order for it to be...
To pass the regulations, the stringent regulations.
So he said, no bank or bookshop. I modified the design to comply with the rules and came up with...
No kidding.
Bags and apparel. It's been initially approved and will go to crowd support phase on June 3rd.
Oh.
The main part of the building is a fancy uptown clothes and fashion accessory shop with every minifigure would love. The ground floor has high-end clothes and bags. Taking the spiral staircase leads you to the second floor, which will offer changing rooms, perfumes, makeups, hair care products, and a lot more.
Yeah, right on.
The third floor offers hair accessories, bags, and scarves.
Wow.
The building beside bags and apparel is a kitchenware shop. The ground floor has teapots, pans, cups, and more. The second floor has utensils and containers for condiments. The third floor has stove, mixer, and coffee maker. Still a long shot, but wanted us to share that. So
cool. That's awesome.
We'll put that there.
So
the initials, it's the initials K and B and A for kitchenware and bag and apparel. That also is the initials for Kim and Brick Artisan.
That's awesome, man.
It also is the initials for Bricking News and Alex. And I don't know where
I think he knew
in.
that. I think that was what he really meant, right, Kim? No, I voted for that. That was an easy vote.
Did you see it? Okay.
Yeah, I saw that one. Well, I was looking for it too, because I know he shared, but I didn't want to click the link to go right to it. I wanted to kind of go systematically through it.
Okay.
But obviously, I noticed it right away. I'm like, oh, there it is. Yeah. Yep. But here's the thing. I have the instructions and the part list for Birch Bank. And obviously, if this makes it, I'm going to get it. Right, because I love the design.
And you can convert it to the bank?
No, I won't convert it to the bank. I'll get it as is. But it's just, see, I love the exterior. It's like, because, you know, I put stuff together and it goes in my city. I never see the interior ever again. Right?
You know what you should do? You should get 2, and then you can have the reverse one and have a round and end. That would be kind of cool.
That would be actually kind of neat looking. You're right. Yeah, I like that idea.
I do like that.
So maybe that'll work out. I don't know.
Yeah.
But no, sadly, I was trying to collaborate with Kim and Lego on Pick-a-Brick, because they want to kind of push Pick-a-Brick, the knowledge out there that Pick-a-Brick is a great source of getting you pieces, you know, for a premium. And so I tried to make it work with his Birch Bank, but they said, no, we like it, but this isn't exactly what we're going for. And maybe that's the reason why. I don't know.
Could be.
But I repitched the second level of the bowling alley.
Oh, yeah.
And they like that a lot more. So I am doing Kim's design of the bowling alley arcade, the second floor collaboration. And Kim, I'm waiting for the pieces still, but when they come, I'm going to start that whole process. I have to I got to do 2 videos. These pickles, man.
Pickles. Oh, pickle too.
I think there's I have to look at back what they're looking from the content creators, but.
So they're gonna send you bricks to make this, is what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. So
well, not all of them are available. That's the problem. I have to source them, and I asked them like, can I source these from just more than just Pick-a-Brick? They said, oh yeah, that's fine. So they're pretty flexible with that.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Okay. All right.
All right, but we can't go from. We still have one more set we got to talk about.
We do?
Yeah.
Okay, what was the one there?
Zelda.
Oh, yeah. Well, I thought we were done with the other thing. The Bricklink designer.
So, yeah, we are done, right?
Yeah, so Zelda came out. What do you think? Are you excited?
Okay,
Are you getting it?
I was confused. Like, I'm looking at this. I saw images on my phone. There was like kind of like, oh, hey, cool Zelda sets. All right, cool. And I'm like, is this 2 sets? What? How many sets are they coming out with? I'm like, oh, it says a 2-in-1 Zelda set.
Yes.
For the Deku tree.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I know.
And then I saw the price tag. Okay, look, we've all had sticker shock with Lego before, but this was a whole other
That's the biggest
level.
complaint a lot of people have about
You
it.
got to be $300.
I saw someone, they're like, that looks like it's the size of the Winnie the Pooh house.
Where are you getting $300 from? Is the licensing fee $100 of that? Because that's what it is, man. That is at most a $200 set.
Look at all the people that are going to go buy it. Because I saw all these people like, the price is horrible, but I'm still going to buy it.
It's
like,
ridiculous,
what's wrong?
man. And dude, $300 for okay now piece count whatever 2,500 pieces, but it's what you get. Look at that thing. It's not even that. It's small.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have a ton of extra pieces because it's an alternate build.
Yep.
I don't like alternate builds like that. The only one that I've been able to stomach is the tree house. And I've repurposed those tree leaves
into
for
other
trees
trees.
because I could make use of those. That's fantastic. But this doesn't look like it will. I don't know. I don't have the set, so I can't say it. But I will say this: $300 is ridiculous, and that it's gonna go on discount. It's got to go on discount so fast. That is like the what do you call that? The Iron Man.
Oh,
mech,
the Hulkbuster?
The Hulkbuster.
I don't think it'll be like that. I think it'll do better than that.
I hope for its sake
Because enough
it
people
does.
want it. I mean, people have been clamoring for some of the Nintendo minifig scale. Like Super Mario, you get that big guy with the electronics, whatever. People don't want that. They want minifigs. This has Link and
The minifigs are
and
awesome.
Girl
That's
Link. I don't know who the girl is.
Zelda.
Oh, is that Zelda? Okay. Well, when I was a kid, we played it, and like you didn't see Zelda till you won. And,
Yeah.
And there wasn't none of this Breath of the Wild. It was bad
No,
graphics, and you go and
I
you play
love-
the flute,
well-
and the whirlwind comes and takes you across the river. Like that was the end of my Link experience.
And that's a classic one. For me, it was A Link to the Past. I played that
Oh, see, I
as a
didn't.
teenager. That was on the Super NES.
Okay.
And I played that thing for hours. I even downloaded it a few years back. Hey, Josh, remember when you would watch me play Zelda on the computer?
Yeah.
And I remember just going and finding all the pieces of heart out there, and that was fun. And he would just watch me. He would just watch me play. Like, this is cool. That was like probably more like 5 or 6 years ago, but still, that was awesome. And my truck has a Zelda Triforce.
Yeah. See,
on
I
it.
only played the
love it so
original
much.
and then the second one because there was the gold cartridge, and then they would think the second one was the silver
Oh,
cartridge.
right, yes.
I never played beyond that.
Yeah. But regardless, $300 is absolutely bonkers. And even if it went on discount, like that's at least a 20% discount eventually. I would not be surprised if I saw that at 20% discount by when does it come out?
September.
Oh, it's that
I think it's in
September.
Yeah.
Jeez, I thought August 1st was a faraway time
And,
for.
well,
some
they
of these
had
sets.
pre-orders, and I think the pre-orders sold out.
Wow,
So,
ridiculous though.
I mean, you can say it's expensive. You can say that about all these things.
Well, yeah,
We
there you
keep
go.
buying 'em.
We keep buying them. Yeah, that's true. All right. Anyway, that's all I wanted to
Okay.
say. It was just a ridiculous price, and I can't drink this anymore. Like the aftertaste. Every time I drink more. Oh gosh, Josh, try this. It's Dr
It's
Pepper.
a pickled Dr Pepper.
It's a pickled Dr Pepper. Just take a sip of it. Tell me what you think. I tell him to get in
He's
front of
going
you,
back
but
for more.
he doesn't have a shirt on. And he's like all shredded, and I don't want any teenage girls to go crazy here. Not that there's any watching, but
I don't know. Is it like taste bad or?
it's just I
It's
don't know.
Pickles and Dr
It's
Pepper.
pickles and DP. What do you think?
Tastes a little weird, I guess. I don't know what the aftertaste you're talking about is like.
Okay.
But
All right. Okay.
All right. Do you want to talk about these other things, or should we save them for next time?
Let me see what you got there.
So we have the gift with purchase at the end of June, and then, well, we can talk about this one.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
So
Let's do
the
that one.
rumor is double VIP. I'm not calling it the other thing. Double VIP points are coming out.
Double insiders.
No, it's not. It's VIP. Coming out the 12th to the 16th is the rumor.
Okay.
So, those of you that want to get stuff, you can get those.
You know,
But they don't come out with the gift and purchase until after that. It's
I
like
wanna
the
talk-
17th or the 20th.
I want to talk.
And I do want the gift with purchase.
Because I will forget. Remind me about that, because I have something that's not specifically about that, but it's
This
about making purchases and
the-
using VIP points
Okay.
or insider points.
Well, you want to talk about it like just with me or on the...
No, about with you guys. Well, let's
Well,
let's
just
talk.
talk about it
Let's
now.
go into that segment right now. In other news, see, we actually have news today, and I want you guys to tell me. Not thumbs up. These are great. You should have brought.
Well, we got to do the segment.
What is the segment?
Do you want to do the segment first, or do you want to finish talking about what you're talking about?
Well, we can. Yeah, I can talk about it really quick. These are fun. I like these. We got to do these every episode. Huh?
Well, if the segment goes well, we'll keep
Zelda price. The Fel price. Is there any thumbs up? Do we have a thumbs up at all today? Pickles. Gosh, what do you like it?
the aftertaste is the part
It's
that's
a
bizarre.
bit much.
It's like when I drink it, I'm like, this is pretty
Yeah,
good.
it's Dr Pepper.
And then all of a sudden I'm like,
oh, and it's that
Well, Dr.
aftertaste
Pepper
that's
went
making
bad.
me go, I'm good. You know, it's like one bad apple spoiled the whole
One bad
darn. One bad pickle spoiled the whole darn bunch. I mean, where are the pickles? I have two. No, there's three. I mean, the pickles look yummy. Let me
you're
see.
going to
this.
eat a pickle?
I mean, just so you guys know, we're not lying. There
I
are
took a
pickles.
picture of it before
Oh, did you?
I came
Okay.
in, so they
I
thought-
won't even lick my fingers.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. It's going to be an acquired taste. That's viral.
That's
It's not going to last long. That's like kids eating Tide Pods.
Well, I think it tastes better than that, I hope.
I would hope it tastes better than Tide Pods. If you know what Tide Pods taste like, then chances are you
Okay,
have no
getting
idea.
to your VIP point
What?
rant.
So what? I was on a rant. I was on
Yes. A pickle rant.
a pickle rant.
Yes.
Pickles don't go in Dr Pepper. They don't go in anything. Maybe Mountain Dew. I don't know. Yeah. Irregardless.
Pickle
Pickle
dew.
Dew.
Gross.
Pickle Dew.
I don't want that.
Nah. All right. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. So, there's two parts to this. It's about my micro build. It's all related to the micro build,
Okay.
and I'm finishing this thing up. It's almost done. I'm getting there. Like I'm on the downhill slope, the last leg of this thing, and I've been ordering pieces, and I have gone through 2 orders now, and I completely forget to put in the darn code to get my 25-year anniversary coin.
The Star Wars one?
The Star Wars coin that I spent, I don't know how many insider points on.
Why can't they just...
I'm like, no, why
the
can't they
very
remind
least-
you? Like,
well-
hey, you have an outstanding code. Do you want to use it for this purchase?
Or
Yes, I
just-
do. Why, thank
Exactly.
you,
Auto
Lego.
add it there.
Yes, but
Yeah.
you got to go. I had to stop. I had to look for it. I was like, I was going through all my VIP. I'm like, where the heck is Insider? Where the heck is this thing? And it's not intuitive.
No.
And I found it, and I copy it, and I paste it. It says, this is an invalid code. Well, there was 2 problems with it. I put it at the end, like a promo code. It's like, this is an invalid code. It should be 12 digits, and you're an idiot, or something like that. I was like, what? Oh, okay. So I go back, I'm like, oh, there it is. I found it. It's a different code. Because you got to put it earlier, not at the end.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, I put it in. This is an invalid code. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I just didn't copy the whole thing. I'm like, copy, paste, copy. And then it took it finally. On my 3rd purchase of pieces that I keep ordering for my Microscale build, because I'm finding out that I was talking about last time about how just I love going down there and building, and I still do.
Yeah.
But I hit a brick wall because a plastic wall.
It was a brick wall.
That's funny. Because when I transitioned from the big buildings downtown to the small buildings, like the apartments and the houses, so different. Completely different process. Completely different way of thinking with Microscale.
Do you not enjoy it?
I enjoy it. I wasn't enjoying it because I didn't have the pieces. I know what pieces I needed, but I never ordered those.
Yep.
A lot of the pieces that I ordered were specifically for like the landscaping and for buildings.
Gotcha.
Not necessarily skyscrapers, just like various bigger buildings.
Yep.
But the houses, they're like, no, I need these types of plates. There's a lot of plates that are used. And I had mostly just bricks. And I'm like, this isn't working. And I put some together, and I did pretty well considering, but I had to keep ordering. And so I made 2 orders, close to $100 each, you guys, without redeeming my gosh darn code. And finally, 2 or 3 days, I think it was a couple days ago, I finally was like, okay. I'm like, oh, gotta get my coin. And that's when I went through that whole fun process. So anyway, my coin is on its way, you guys. Yay! Whew! Mercy. But can you imagine if I had 2 codes that I needed to redeem? I'd have to make another purchase.
I know how that works. So
Yeah, you know more than anybody.
Don't talk to me.
But my experience was no bueno. There's another thumbs down. All right, I have a question for you guys, and then we'll get back to whatever you want to talk about.
Okay.
So I asked the client, this is the Microscale build, because I'm getting close to being done with this thing. I said, hey man, I hope things are going well for you. I wanted to let you know that this thing is close to being done here, probably a few weeks down the road. By the end of this month, should be done. It has to be done. I got to be done with this project. I got to move on with my life. Because there's so many, like, Lego keeps sending me these new offers, and I cannot keep up.
Yeah.
I'm declining them. There was an offer today. I'm like, this is a cool set, but there's 3 sets in this thing, Technic sets, and one I loved. It was, and they're all announced. One was the lunar rover, the Apollo rover,
where the guy could sit in it.
Yeah, I was like, that's really cool, but
3-in-1.
And then there was 2 other sets that I just didn't really care for at all. And I'm like, I wish I could just say yes to that, no, but I just declined the offer. And you know what? I didn't want to, but I pushed. I got to decline this offer, and it felt so good. Like, because I have just been go with Lego reviews, and I'm so sorry, you guys.
Couldn't you just do like an unveiling of the box?
Yeah, I can, and I am doing that.
Slopes and give them to kids.
Yeah, and I am doing that with my Jurassic World sets. I'm not doing reviews on those. I just did the reveal, and that's what I'm going to use for my feedback for my report. But the other ones, I had such a great response with all the city sets that I'm like, I feel like I'm obligated to review these because people want to see. So I'm doing them all. And I'm done with all of them. And I think by the time this comes out, they should mostly be done except for the Johnny Thunder sets. But
Probably
yeah,
not the Lion
you're
King
getting
either.
inundated with my review sets. And hopefully you guys if you like reviews, great. If not, then you're like, Alex, another review set, dude, come on, moving right along. But I'll have another an update with the Microscale residential area very, very soon, if not already. It's probably going to be out before this airs. I hope it does anyway, because I have an update. But it'll be before I get my pieces. Irregardless, going back to what I was trying to say before, I wanted to ask you guys for your help. I said this in the live stream. I'm going to say it to you guys, and you guys let us know in the comment section below what you guys think. So do the time stamp right now and say, Alex, you should do option 1 or option 2 or can't speak. Option 2, it's the pickle pepper pip pack. Or give me another recommendation of what because I'll tell you what I want to do. So I said, hey man, I'm almost done with this project. I need to know how you guys want this delivered. Do you want me to deliver this to somebody? You want to come and get it? Because I need to kind of explain how this thing comes apart and how you transport this thing. Not that I even know that yet, because I haven't.
Okay.
But I have an idea of how this should be transported safely and things to watch out for so you don't break it. Or so I'm like, if you're going to move it around, this is going to break easily, just so you know. So I'm guessing these people don't build
They won't know how to put
Lego
it
every day of their lives, right? And that's that's another thing too. I gotta probably be flexible with that. Like, hey, if you guys have some sort of catastrophic accident with this thing, let me know and I'll do my best. I might bill you a little bit, but I'm happy to help you out and get it back together because it's 100% custom, And even like, let's say 3 months down the road, like, hey, this thing just shattered into a million pieces, and I'm like, I have no idea how I did this. I have no idea where this all goes. I'd have to take it all in bags and put it all together back at home again.
That's funny.
For a small fee. Anyway, getting back to my point. He came back like, hey man, this is so awesome. Looking forward to it. So there's 2 things we can do here. Oh, and he also said, hey, I sent your last video in our Slack messaging and had a lot of great feedback. I was like, oh, good. Whew, they have low expectations. Awesome. So option 1, myself and a couple other guys from the company will come over and you can show us what we got to do. We'll take it. And that way we can I can show them your awesome city, your awesome basement. I was like, yeah, that's awesome. Because I love showing off the city. I really do. Option 2, you bring it to Smarty headquarters and we give you a hero's welcome. I'm just kidding. They didn't say that. Yay, free for Alex. Here you go. It was nothing. I bring it there, and I get to go into Smarty headquarters and see the headquarters that I attempted to build out of Lego bricks.
I'm just imagining you walking in the door and tripping.
Oh, dude. No. Here you go. That'll be $1 million. So.
Do you have security footage of that? I need it.
Yes. Oh man, that would be that would be more viral than Pickled DP. Regardless. But I want to do both of these because I want to see them and have them check out the city. But I also kind of want the heroes welcome. I kind of have these expectations in my head. It's probably not going to go like that at all.
I don't think so.
To walk through the door like, hey, hello, hey, pray hands, right? But it's probably going to just be like, all right, put it in the corner there. We'll get to it. But yeah, if you want to check out the lunchroom, you can. I don't know. So we shall see. But I made a high school. It's a really cool high school. Oh, and I want to say this. So yeah, tell me what you guys think. Option 1 or option 2. What would you do? Or is there a way to make it both work? Have them come over and deliver it. I don't know. So what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I had to make my first decision where I wasn't happy with the micro build. Okay. Because I had created a way to put a football field in it. And it was really cool how I had it integrated. Figured out the math. And so it would lay sideways, the brick would.
Did you fix the goalposts?
Well, the thing, I didn't get that far.
Okay.
And I was like, this is going to work really well. Man, and I'll put this by the school, because I was trying to put it in a certain area, but I was like, oh, this is not fitting. It's going to look awkward. So I redid that, and I was looking at, like, hey, there's a high school. High schools have football fields. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, but I'm looking at how much space it would take. And like,
is that the first space we've had?
It is, for this episode, yeah. And it's going to... I could make it smaller, but it looks so dumb. Yeah. Because if it's a football field, it's got to be bigger. Yep. Yep. And I'm like, because the client wants a park. They didn't want a football field. They want a park. And even earlier on, they were talking about some sort of professional field or stadium, but then they changed their mind. So I feel like I would be, and I didn't ask them, but I'm just going to stick with what they want. Because if it was mine, I would do it. I would put a football field in, like, yeah, this is so cool. But for that space it would take, I could put a little neighborhood in it and make that more fancy. And I think that's what they're looking for, is more residential to kind of put in their marketing. Yeah. So anyway, that was tough. I still have it. I still have the football field, but I just won't be able to integrate it into this particular micro build. So anyway, guys, there you go. There's your micro build update. Thumbs up on that. Almost done. Really excited to have that there. And good times. Back to you, Jason.
Do you remember how you said we got to film fast and I'm going to talk less? You're failing.
I'm done now. I'm done for this episode.
Yeah.
That's all. That's the stuff I wanted to say.
Okay. Well, you got to save stuff for the next
for this episode.
All right. So let's talk about the poll real quick.
To the poll.
From 2 weeks ago. You may remember I asked you the question about
I'm ready.
If you found going to the Lego store or purchasing Lego unfulfilling.
Oh, yes. I remember that. Yeah.
So it was, do you ever find shopping for Lego to be unfulfilling? And you could read into this different ways,
right?
Well, I don't. This is whoever you are. You could be an old person like us. You could be a young person. It could be because you don't have money. It could be like there's lots of reasons you could feel certain ways. But do you ever find shopping for Lego to be unfulfilling? And the options were every time, frequently, sometimes but not often, rarely, and never.
This is like the survey I get from my doctor about depression. Go ahead. The depression screening.
How would you rate that for you, Alex?
For me personally?
Yes.
Lego shopping?
Like, because you remember we talked about.
Yeah, I remember.
Like, go to the Lego store and it's like you look and you're like, I already have everything. There's nothing here. Well, I'm excited.
But yeah, I guess if I'm just going there to go there one day.
Well, that happens. Like when you go to the dentist, go by and it's like.
Yeah, I'm like, cool. No, but okay, that being said, most of my visits are unfulfilling. But I will say, though, they equal out because when there is something that I want and I'm excited about, I love going to the store and buying it.
So would you say that you find it unfulfilling frequently or sometimes but not often?
If I'm honest, you guys, that's sad. But yeah, I'd have to say frequently it's unfulfilling. But that's just my personal circumstance.
Well, so a lot of it, let's look at the...
Yeah, let's
look at the comments, because we did get 14 different comments.
14 comments.
Highlands Brick 6919 said, I love going to the Lego store, but knowing I can pick up most of the sets cheaper elsewhere is a joy killer.
Yes.
Right? So that's one thing. Brickzar, it unfulfills my wallet if I had cash anymore.
Yes.
Joe Bowling, it is
Joe.
often unfulfilling at the Lego store, but I picked up 2 sets at Costco today.
Hey.
The Lego delivery truck and the Mercedes F1 that were a combined $55 off. So I was happy with that shopping trip.
That gets a thumbs up.
Brick Artisan, I think it's mainly because we have seen them all in leaks, previews, and land reviews before shopping.
Yeah.
There's
leaks.
no thrill or suspense when you go to the store. Unlike kids who don't watch videos on YouTube, they get surprised when they have not seen it before.
Good point.
You rarely go to the cinemas for movies you already know the ending to. I think that's a very interesting point.
Spoiler alert.
Chris Cummings, I'm overwhelmed
Chris.
at a Lego store. I was at one only once and totally messed up on the Pick-a-Brick selection, but I will admit the Pick-a-Brick wall is soothing to look at.
Yes.
On a side note, I do find picking up Lego sets to learn new building techniques or find out about new pieces to be the best choice for me anyway.
All thumbs up. You know, that's where I go first,
Did
is
you-
the Pick-a-Brick wall.
Speaking of the Pick-a-Brick wall, did you like
every
last
single
week's sponsor?
Okay, I have a confession.
You didn't watch it?
I didn't finish the episode.
Oh.
I have 20 minutes left. I just haven't had
You
a
didn't
chance.
see it?
Like, work
All right.
is so dang busy,
Well, if you
man.
watched it, you know.
Yeah, well,
It was-
I've seen comments, but I'm looking
It
forward
was
to it.
sponsored by the Lego store.
Oh, okay, now the comments make sense. Now the
with
comments
new
make sense.
improved
You
slimmed down
spoiled,
Pick-a-Brick
you
wall.
spoiled the ending. I'll still
You'll
enjoy
see.
it. I'll
Anyways,
still enjoy it.
There's other stuff in there.
There's other stuff.
And because it was on your channel, I toned it down a little bit. But you'll see.
Okay.
Let's see. Amy Pat says,
Amy.
when I can't afford the set I want or when I'm looking for it isn't in stock, I'll order directly from Lego, but then I don't get the instant gratification.
Yes.
And that's it
instant
too as well. Like,
gratification.
I bought it. It'll be here in 5 to 7 days. You know, that's not very fun.
Yeah, society, we demand our stuff instantly.
Kanuki Jones, mostly when I'm dealing with pab walls, I buy sets online, so it's never a problem. And that's the problem with the pab wall. If you go for that, like unless you know a piece is there because someone's told you,
It's mostly disappointing.
it's like you
still,
go, you're
too.
like, is there going to be anything? Oh,
But-
no, it's
but
still that
that's-
same
but it's always-
blue satellite
It's always the
dish.
fun anticipation, like maybe this is going to be it. Maybe this is going to be the moment where I find that holy grail, and it's going to be totally undisturbed. Like they just barely emptied the box into it. Woohoo! No, it's very rare. Very rare.
Bad like 1 in 100? More like 1 in a million.
So you're
Saying there's a chance. It always makes me feel good, even if there are no purchases made.
Yeah.
Uh,
Give you a thumbs up.
the other guy, is it the other guy?
So there's 2 other guys.
No, look. This is different. This is
No.
the other guy.
There's 3 of them.
I don't know. I can't. Only when I realize I'm broke and can't afford anything in the store.
I'm sorry.
Chef Eddie, whenever I see something really cool and realize I have nowhere to put it, I have that problem as well. I think we all do.
Space is a hard thing.
Charlie Wallace 5375, only because we have so much of what we want and the stuff we wish for is so expensive.
Yes.
We are mostly
So
too happy
true.
peeps.
So true.
Ron Valance 5425, it's because of land and reviews / leaks that make it unfulfilling.
See, I'm part of the problem,
I
I
think there's
guess.
some of that.
Oh, no.
Rob Lyons, only
Hey,
when
Rob.
I'm looking, not when I'm buying. Well, there is that.
Yes.
Do you ever go knowing you're not going to buy anything?
Yes. All the time.
It's so stupid. Why do I do that?
I don't know why I do that either.
Neopol milk? Neopol milk?
It's like
Sorry?
Neapolitan and milk together.
I guess.
Neop milk.
Neopol milk. All right. It's so hard to have a fun, easy hobby when it's expensive for the amount of time put in. Admittedly, I'm older, but regardless, or
Hey,
irregardless,
irregardless.
when I'm
Come on
done,
now, don't
I
get
display
these.
all sets I don't play. I should be putting money aside into a side hustle job, but I like Lego.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That's the responsible thing to do. Come on, man. We don't do that.
We don't do that.
You only live once, right? That's a really bad motto to live by.
Well, and it's hard because if I'm going to die at 60, then blow it all now. But if I'm going to live to be 100, and I don't know.
I just don't know.
That's the problem. It's not fair.
It's not fair, Mr. Spock. I'm gonna give it 2 thumbs down.
All right, I'm going to tell you what this is all about.
Spock, do you contribute to your 401k in the Federation? I don't think you do. You got to put, if they match, the Federation matches you up to 6%. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so I saw something. This is I'm gonna admit
This
that
is
I
great.
stole this from another channel.
Oh, this is
They use
fantastic.
ping pong paddles, but they have a segment called "Agree to Disagree."
Oh!
So I'm gonna read a statement, and you are gonna say whether you agree with it or disagree with it, and then we'll say why. And it's okay if you don't agree with me.
And it's
You can
okay.
be wrong.
So be wrong in your wrongness.
So we'll
Okay.
try this out. We'll see how it goes, and then we'll go from there. So the first statement is, the best days for Lego fans are behind us. Do you agree or disagree? Oh, we both agree. Why do you feel that way? Is it because you're old and cynical, or it's too expensive, or why do you feel that way?
It's tough to put into words. What I immediately thought of when you said that is I think for me it's because my childhood was just full of great Lego memories. And I can't, no matter how much I spend as an adult, replicate that.
Yeah.
And it's sad. And I try to replicate that with buying all of these sets or getting them from the land, whatever the case might be. And I love it. I get fulfillment from it, but it's just not the same.
I know exactly what you're saying, because I look around. I mean, you have amazing sets. You've got, all of this stuff, which when you were a kid, you couldn't imagine, because first off,
man.
none of this existed.
Sure, but
But
still.
secondly, you were in a different situation. So what I would say is, you're probably talking about like Christmas or whatever, when you opened up that monorail and that was there. You will
man.
never ever
those
recapture
Christmas
that feeling.
mornings were beautiful.
And
Yes.
unfortunately, that is just a fact of life.
It is. But yeah, like if you could open up this portal.
So, well,
to-
let me ask you this
Oh.
then, because I want to clarify. Do you think, other than you're old and your personal situation, like more to the point, in general, like for like kids and stuff, do you think Lego is still going to be better? I guess that was kind of the thought behind the statement, more than are you too old to be fulfilled by Lego anymore?
I don't know. It's just different. I don't know. I feel like the Lego sets that we had, even though they were in not as, I guess, diverse. Is that the right word? Or readily available. Like we didn't have the internet to order them. My dad had to order that from Enfield, Connecticut, and he dialed the 701 number.
Lego shop at home?
And I'd have to beg, like, Dad, I need you to call this number.
Yeah, there was no
And
Lego store.
There's no Lego store.
You go
yeah.
to Kmart or
But
whatever.
But what I would say is that if let's say my 14-year-old self could see me through this portal, and I show them, like, this is what you got as an adult. This is my whole collection. This is what I do. This is my life. Man, I would say, like, I can't wait to grow up. I can't wait till I'm whatever your age and old and ready to die, keel over, because you look so old. And I would say, actually, no, dude. I envy you more than you envy me. Trust me. Because you're living, even though I didn't feel like it at the time, just the Lego sets that I had, it was just great. Like my review of the launch, not the launch of the seaport, I was using that as my the harbor,
Oh,
the
the
harbor
harbor?
set,
Yeah.
right? So I did a review of that, and I was comparing it to the launch and load seaport, and I was looking at how the launch and load seaport worked compared to this. It's like, man, our childhood was just simply better because these were more complex. They had such cool pieces, and then they were never made again.
Yeah.
Monorail, right? Comes to mind with a track and things like that. But
Well,
yeah,
like,
just
I think about the fire truck I have from
Yeah,
86
right,
that
right.
lights up. I mean,
Ha.
you don't get
No.
sets like that now.
no, you don't.
And those are the things where I'm like, it
But that's-
seems like now everything is IP based.
Yeah, sure.
All that stuff is being pumped out, and
Yeah.
it seems to be like more for profit, I guess, than
But
there's something different about them making toys for adults than making them for kids.
Sure.
I guess is maybe what I would say.
Yeah.
They're
And
more
it's-
detailed now, and we've got all these amazing
Oh man, they
pieces
are
we didn't
amazing,
have.
and the sets are amazing.
And here
the
we
modulars
are,
are
like, we got all
amazing.
this Lego and our life's horrible. That's not that's
Yeah.
not the point. But I mean, I guess this goes back to the point about being unfulfilled, and it's a sad statement to be like, I have all this Lego, and I've got how many hundreds or thousands of dollars of unopened sets because I don't know where to put them. But one day, and I don't know.
I just want to be Uncle Rico, Mr. 1982.
1982.
Ever wish you could just go back? Back in '82, you used to throw a pigskin a quarter mile. Yeah. All right. What's the next one?
Okay, so the next one is the competition is catching up to Lego. Okay. We have a disagreement here.
I agree to disagree. I don't think. Okay. Well, what's catching up?
Well, and that's the thing. You can look at this differently. So I'm looking at it from the perspective of before. I think that Lego was clearly superior in quality and what they were pumping out. You know, what did they used to have? There was like Mega Blocks. There wasn't much, and then there was Lepin, I guess. And the build experiences are not the same. But I think we're seeing other companies that are coming out with at least fairly comparable, if not equal, brick components. And I'm not saying everyone. That is not what I'm saying here. And I'm not pushing a particular one. But there's a lot of them we hear about. Like, even if you think about a couple years ago, you wouldn't have heard about Panacea, WeBrick, Funhole, and you're starting to see things out there. And this is nothing to do with my reviews. This is separate, but I've actually felt them. And now that being said, I think there's still the Lego Kool-Aid, so to speak, where I'm not saying it's accepted by the vast majority of the Lego community, but I think there are people, it's becoming a little bit more acceptable because people are like, I can get a modular for $100 instead of $230. And so that is why I say they're catching up. I'm not saying they're like right on their tail, but I would have never considered an alternate Lego set 5 years ago.
Yeah, true.
And now I have considered, if I had more space, I would probably put those two Panacea sets in my city.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, no, that's well said, and I think that's a fair argument, more than fair actually. And I think, and you mentioned the Kool-Aid, and I'll admit, I guess I've drank a fair amount of the Lego Kool-Aid as well.
Well, I mean, I'm there too, because I will be honest, I have not mixed any of my Fantasy and Lego bricks. I keep them separately. The little extra pieces are in a bag in the box. Like I don't want to mix them that way.
Right.
Because I'm still that weird, I've drank the Kool-Aid and the value's not there. I get all that. But I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree, because when like that one Sherlock Holmes set was like $109 from Panacea. That would easily be $250 to $280 if it was Lego. Easily. So that's more than twice.
Well, in the way
the
that,
amount.
like the
Guaranteed.
figs, you could tell that like they printed them all together.
figs?
Like that houndstooth jacket that went all the way down his legs and the back and the sides.
The mini
I'm like,
figs
that was
impressed
pretty
me.
cool.
So I guess, and it's okay. Trying to defend my position of this would be because I look at it. I don't disagree about the quality catching up to Lego. That is obvious. I've seen that. I've seen some of the reviews that Kim Plata has done on Funhole. Those look really good, and they do like kits in them too. Amazing.
Oh, and they're half the price.
Yeah, right. Regardless of all that, I was looking at like in terms of pure market domination.
Okay.
To me, it was like, oh, Lego. That's why I did this. Okay. Now, another 5 years down the road, maybe I'll go, yeah, definitely. But I do. I'm not. I was going to say I consider myself a Lego purist, but I can't because I have non-Lego items in my city. I do. I've used 4D bricks for track.
Yep.
And
You
that's.
have a light kit on your back or your Ghostbusters.
I have light kits. Yes, things like that. So, but no, I think we can both be right in that regard. But no, in retrospect, I mean, what you said is true. I can't dispute that. So.
I don't know. I mean, I think there's a lot of factors. Price and other stuff are.
Sure. Yeah. But like people are like, oh, well, I like Lego. And I guess there's like this, like, I don't want to put a Panacea set next to my modulars. I don't, that feels wrong to me right now.
This is, I guess, the thinking.
At this stage.
And kind of, I understand what you're saying, and I'm not saying you have to. But this is the way I look at it. Like, when I was a kid, my grandma didn't know the difference between Mega Blocks, Lego,
Yes.
and anything else out
Yes,
there.
they were all just
And there's
building
still
blocks.
those sets out there. And, people that don't know Lego, everything's a Lego. We know this, and that's why Lego's so particular about their trademarks, etc.
Yeah.
But when you start having even a few people start to be like considering it, that's where I think you're starting to see them catch up.
Yeah.
And so I agree. I mean,
I
Lego,
agree with that.
So I don't know.
All right.
All right. We'll do one more. Oh, this is. I'll save this one for next time.
Okay.
We'll do a different one.
Okay.
I think that will be a hot topic.
It'll be a hot mess. All right.
Currently, Lego is a good investment.
Hold on a second. Let me get this thing ready. Okay.
So I don't have to get it ready. I already know what I'm doing.
Okay, ready? And go.
Okay, why do you say no?
It used to be.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be this, but now it is this. There's a lot of factors in that. I mean,
That doesn't mean everything's bad. Like,
No.
had you got the Barra Dur and you got that gift with purchase, that was a great investment, evidently.
Yeah.
But by and large, I would say it's not. Too many articles about Lego is more valuable than gold and a better investment and all this stuff.
Cat's out of the bag.
And you have all
Yeah.
of these people that don't know what they're doing, just buying a ton of everything. And so now modulars, well, those always did well.
Not anymore.
They did well. Now they sell for
I have a lot of modulars for sale, and they are not moving. They are
I'm
not
going to
moving.
guess it's not Cafe Corner. It's not Green Grocer. It's not
None of
Market
those,
Street.
It's none of those first 5 or 6, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, once, I think the diner's done okay, but the ones after that, like the Corner Garage is retired, that's gone up. I mean, and,
Yep.
and you can still make some, but
Yeah, but the days of making 2 or 3 times your money are mostly over. There's some outliers out there, right?
Yep.
But and there was a lot of back and forth on a comment section fairly recently about this regarding the Bricklink Designer Program sets. Because those are like the low-hanging fruit for people who want to make a quick buck, like scalpers, for example. But that is a scalper move to get something from the Bricklink Designer Program and flip it and put it on eBay for $800 before you even have it in your hands. Is ridiculous to me.
Well,
and
we are going to talk about that next week.
stay tuned.
So
But no, that's
yeah, I would say, like, if someone was to come to me and say, should I invest in Lego right now? I would say,
I'd say no.
no.
Don't do it. It's not worth it anymore.
Yeah.
There's a lot of effort, but the rate of return has dropped dramatically, I think, in general.
Yeah.
There you go. All right.
All
Okay,
right.
we good?
We need to do some. We need to do the thing. We didn't do the thing.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
We didn't do the
Do the
thing.
thing.
Okay.
Do the thing.
Old guy.
New shirt. Dang, I have been talking too much.
I know.
It's quarter
I
after
know.
7.
I'm trying to hurry.
All right, dude. It was this.
Oh.
It was
Okay.
a mouse.
So we have 6 shirts today.
Number one
Number one dad. I
dad.
think we had another number one dad earlier
Did have a number one dad.
because that brought up the Bendelbaum thing. This is the video where he was talking about the worst Bricklink seller out there. He had like a minus 102
Oh my
rating.
Oh my goodness. How is that even possible?
Well, because he kept like trying to order things from people. Like,
My goodness, wow.
And he couldn't figure out because I think like 2 people gave him positive feedback. So he's like,
Why
it should have
would
been 106, but
Oh,
because these
man.
people gave him positive, it took away. Anyway,
Jeez.
next we have They Might Be Giants shirt. Imagine that.
I am shocked.
Look at that.
I think he's got like, out of the 365 or 366, 150 of them are, they might be
Exactly.
giants.
This next one with the dynamite and the pick. I
Dynamite!
can't remember what this is. At first, when I saw it, I thought it was something from Mystery Science Theater 3000 initially.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, oh, that's not that robot guy. But he had, I think, a vintage haul from Mercari on this one.
Looks like Crow.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking it was Crow. Then we've got
Chill out.
Chill Out.
Yes.
the minifig and like the ice cube tray. And I don't remember what's in the bag. Then we have
Hey.
a space capsule.
Space capsule.
There you go. And lastly, he
Ah,
has
yeah.
a Brickatech
Brickatech.
shirt. Did you ever watch Brickatech?
Yeah, but didn't he already have a Brickatech shirt? I swear we've seen one from him first, or before.
Maybe. but I don't think it was that one.
But no, I know Brick Attack. Yeah.
But yeah, and he's holding this up because Bricklink did a video where he was at a yard sale and they had that board.
Oh.
The board opens up into a thing. So
Yep.
Anyway,
Nice, dude.
cool.
All right, Jabba, let's give you a thumbs up for those shirts, my man. Number 1 shirt. Yay.
I'm excited for next week's shirts. We
Okay.
have something special.
Excellent. Look forward to that.
Should we try to hit a couple comments?
Just
or-
hit a couple comments on the way out, guys.
Okay.
I'm on a short schedule tonight, so I've made some plans.
Always on a short schedule.
I know, I always am. Well, I'm vertically challenged, so...
Yeah.
Ah!
Okay. Where did you go?
Oh. You have to go get like a mint or something, chocolate to get
You
this
need a pickle?
pickle aftertaste. Like, it started off fine, but I only made it maybe not even a quarter, like 20%, 30%. No.
Yeah, I know.
And I just can't do it, man. How are you doing? You've done a lot more than me.
I'm here.
Jeez.
Why is it not showing my channel in here? I don't get it.
You got demonetized. Your channel has been deleted. You know what? They shouldn't even, like, you know that option? Do you wish to delete your channel? Oh my gosh, you talk about a red flag or like a big red button. That is a big red button. Can you imagine? Somebody's like, whoops, just deleted my
That was a mistake.
YouTube channel that had 500,000 subscribers.
Yep.
What's the temperature outside? All right, we can still make the next episode about an hour.
Yep.
But I do need to go get like a candy or something.
Okay.
I need to change my shirt.
It signed me out. It's super weird.
You can't get back in? Do we need to read it from my
it's
phone?
coming in now. Okay, here we go. Content.
Kendrick can't make it to Brick Slopes, man.
Yeah, we got to talk about that. Okay, is this one? Yep, okay. This is it. Alright, so we have some comments. We'll try to get through these. Sorry if we don't get to all of them. Hopefully they don't repeat this time like they did
Yeah,
last
yeah,
time.
that
I don't
was
know what's going
weird.
on
Yeah.
there. Ty Novell, first comment. Good for you. Do you think those are
Really
silly? I
well
don't know.
done.
I mean, I think most people do it as a joke, but... let's see. He also says Jason should just post the ad from last week featuring Chet/Chad/ whatever his name is as a separate video.
Yes.
We could do that.
Those are great.
Put that on the channel.
Chet
Oh, should we
Oh.
talk about the channel? The Breaking News Podcast official channel.
The official
You can't watch
channel.
these episodes there, although maybe we could post them now because now we have
Yes.
postability.
Oh, yeah.
We now have access to post and live stream.
Ooh,
Do you want
wow.
to tell them about live stream?
Yes,
But
we
do it short.
are. Yeah, we're doing live streams for 10 minutes before we start recording. So if you want to hop in on that, it's going to be every 2 weeks, and we'll send out a notification.
Roughly every 2
Post
weeks.
roughly every 2 weeks. It's not
It's
going
not
to
a
be
set
consistent.
day.
So just watch for it, and if you can join us, great for 10 minutes. But at 10 minutes, he cuts me off.
Yeah. Well, especially when you tell me I'll go to deadline.
I have a deadline tonight. I'm so sorry, but
That's all right.
yes. So I appreciate you accommodating me.
Zack Attack Productions.
Zack Jack.
When I first started my channel, I got a troll comment and I was thrilled.
Nice, dude. That
I'm
is
like,
a
I
thumbs
made
up.
it. I made it.
You have arrived. Yes.
Chef Eddie. Alex
Chef.
goes off on so many tangents. Really? I didn't know that. You guys spend way too much time talking about Legos. And he put in parentheses. I thought was a snack review channel. Well, we're trying to get back to that.
Not
We led with
pickles.
that today. Pickled Dr Pepper.
Whew, I thought I was going to like it, but I cannot. No.
Well, you did it first.
Yeah, because it was well.
Rob Lyons.
Hey, Rob.
And you had to call the operator to make a long distance call.
Operator.
I remember that.
Yes.
Brickzar, Jason is a communist and a greedy capitalist. Alex is living in his parents' basement. All my hauls are fake. Good times.
Yes. Emily, just come up for dinner, honey. Okay, Mom, almost done building my set.
Martin Wingdale, wish I had that kind of money you're talking about. I definitely don't have all the sets I want, and I'll probably never afford them. Maybe knockoffs.
Knockoffs. Oh.
Dasmania UK, shocking. Alex eats on his calls as well as always eating gummy bears on Bricking News.
That's right.
You were both great on A Fool 100.
Oh, thanks. That was good. That was fun to be on that.
Let's see. One clever pig, Jason, the
Hey.
fantasy communist, complaining about the price of pets with Alex, who lives in his parents' basement.
That's right.
Classic episode on Bricking News.
Oh
my number one source for sometimes Lego content.
Sometimes. Very well said.
That's funny.
I'll give you a thumbs up on that.
WV Curls 8612, the caffeine is less in a 12 ounce compared to a 16 ounce? Or is it the same, just less liquid? I've never checked.
The ratio is the same.
I don't know. Maybe not.
Because I looked at the cans on the Monster.
I would assume,
and
but
it's
maybe they're
180
tricking you, I think is the question.
versus 120. It doesn't matter. I had good news when I went to the doctor the other day, so I can drink more caffeine now.
There you go. Let's see. Oh, Bricks on an Island. That discussion about Lego patents and design rights is big in Germany at the moment, and a minefield because emotions between Lego critics and fans go high sometimes.
They do.
I don't know about the US or other parts of the world, but wouldn't mind being enlightened. As I understand it, Lego doesn't hold any patents in the EU on their bricks or other parts, except for the minifigures.
Yeah.
So no one is allowed to copy the minifigures. I think it's kind of the same in the US as well.
Yeah, it is.
Theo Thurgeis.
Hey.
As a kid in high school, it shocks me how much unhealthy stuff parents ate as kids, but now they don't let us kids eat anything even close to it.
Yet we're fatter.
Well, but that's because we know. Like, we know how bad it is. I don't know.
We're educated.
I don't know how to agree with that. I'll give that a thumbs down.
I don't
Brick
know.
Trains, we love having you guys. Got to come back before 200. Well, maybe. He also says, I get what you're saying about the Lego store, Jason. When my wife and I go on trips, only stop at the Lego stores to get passport stamps. Everything else comes from shop at home.
Yep.
Joe Bowling, the idea of going to the Lego store is better than the reality. That's an interesting point.
Yeah.
I always hope I'll see something new or cool, but the traffic to get there, it's stressful once I get there and realize I could have just bought something I wanted online.
Dude.
And I definitely want a lot. But
School
I
is
try
out
to manage
too,
my pile
man.
of shame.
The pile of ever growing.
He says the girls like to go, though.
Oh, well, if they like to go, that's great. That makes it fun. But the school is out, and the teenagers are all over the roads right now. It is not fun. Stay home.
Margaret Richardson 6, I'm glad you cover other brands. Not everyone has deep pockets, and now I know which products to buy from.
Yes, there you go, man.
Or which producers to buy from, excuse me. Thrillmaster, Alex, how do you know German? Did you go to Germany on your mission?
No, I went to Kentucky.
We went to Kentucky.
I learned
it was
bad
a different
English.
foreign language you had to learn.
It was a foreign language, all right.
Jimbo Bricks, Rivendell is better than Barad-dûr.
Yes.
No back and interior is completely made up. Coolest part is the mini rock build for Frodo and Sam. Not a buy for me. I hope to get Rivendell someday.
But Kim did build a back for it, Barad-dûr. It looks pretty cool. So if you get Barad-dûr, check out his
How
mock
much
on that.
is it? Because I mean, it's
I
got to
didn't-
be quite sizable. So
It's got
not
yeah,
gonna
it's
be
it's
cheap.
it's not going to be
like,
cheap.
oh,
yeah,
$10 in
When I
parts.
did the back of my Disney castle, that was $130.
Yeah, see.
and that's bigger than that.
And I mean, that's nothing against Kim. I mean, that's just what Lego
Yeah.
bricks are, right? I mean,
Well, yeah, but
I mean,
hey,
you
if
could
you
just
bought
put a
Barad-dûr,
straight plain
you-
wall, but no
you
one's
probably
that.
got deep pockets anyway.
Well, not anymore. 'Cause you bought
Right? Just
Barad-dûr.
sell your Fel Beast.
Mardi Gras Man 23.
Hey,
Just
that
so
guy.
you know, fat kids like me eat at 11 to beat the lunch rush.
Oh, that's a good idea. No, that's true. It's like my parents, Earl.
I think he told us that because that's what time the episodes drop.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm guessing.
We were late on the other one. Sorry about that. Hopefully you didn't. I was like 10 minutes late. I don't
Yeah,
know.
there was some issues. I don't
We
know.
had some technical difficulties.
Let's see. Delson, the Cybertruck looks really weird to me. I think it looks really weird to everybody. That's my opinion.
Yes. Or super cool.
Mr. Wicked Paul, Bricking News Channel. First time I'm hearing about this. Have I missed a video? Can't find the channel via searching either.
What?
It is under the name Bricking News Podcast.
Put a link.
Maybe
Put a
if I
link.
remember it's here.
Put a link.
Oh, I didn't tell you what happened.
What
Maybe
happened?
I'll tell you next week.
Oh,
I know we're at.
I gotta wait. I gotta wait a week.
Delson also says I love the precaps.
Precaps are fun. Those are kind of nice.
Yeah. Do you think people were tricked by this week's precap?
I don't think they were too tricked. Well, I don't know. Some people might have
Some
been
people
like, "Are you
commented,
serious
like,
right
is
now?"
this really
well, you made
happening?
it so convincing. That was. I was like, I want to watch the version where he's talking to the thingy, the
With
green.
Oswald and Zeblob?
Yeah, Zeblob.
Someone said
was
Oswald
like,
was
yeah.
great, but Zeblob didn't offer
like-
anything.
Yeah. Bumping a log.
Lastly, Judy says, I
Hey,
stuck
Judy.
with you through the whole thing. Good time as always.
You get 2
Can
thumbs
you
up,
put a
Judy.
link to the new channel for Bricking News only? Or was it only for jokes? Nope, it's a real thing. And if you just want to watch more of the crap we do,
It's
there.
all a joke, Judy. All right.
Yeah.
This is.
And
this is
now
what we
with
do.
live streams.
And now with live streams.
Evidently twice a
feel like
month,
I'm
roughly.
Directing an airplane. What's that? Is it Airplane? The movie Airplane?
And he's like,
He's like,
where's the thing? And he's like
It's
waving over
it's
there.
over that
and the
way.
plane turns.
Oh crap!
And it goes right through the
right
terminal.
through the glass. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
All right, there you go.
That was a great episode. Thanks
Sorry
for
for
joining,
those
guys.
of you we missed, but
Yeah, no, it's all good. Yeah,
tried.
but yeah, we appreciate it. Your patience and.
what do you think? Do you like this thing?
This is. I don't care. I like it. I'm
Okay,
keeping this.
well.
Bring these every time.
I don't know that I want you to. have it. I'm
I
worried
think I
you're gonna
had.
whack
I
me
think
with
I
it.
had a lot. I had way too much fun with these things. I'm gonna have to. This is gonna be interesting watching this back on the other side of the screen. Like, wow, I am going like. No. Yes. No. Anyway. The agree to disagree is fun. That's a good one there. All right, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. And as always, we'd like to thank today's sponsor.
Are you sick of the cattle call at the airport? Then take a tip from Jason and Alex and fly the official airline of Bricking News, BN Airways. From the moment you enter the BN Airways terminal at the Minneapolis International Airport, you will notice the difference. Efficiency and comfort are the name of the game at BN Airways. Other airlines can't compete. And once you're on board, the luxury continues, as you'll find all the space that you could need. And if safety is a concern, don't worry, Alex has vetted out every one of our pilots. So next time your travel plans call for travel between Fiverton and Minneapolis, you never know who you'll be lucky enough to sit by. BN Airways, you are cleared for takeoff.